Hello everyone and welcome back to Technical Beast server, and we've done a bit of progress. I've been clearing out some more areas and I'm going to be landscaping it as well, get rid of these ugly holes, but there has been a lot of progress here and I haven't really recorded anything yet, but I've set up my storage so it's all sorted roughly for the moment until I carry on with knowing what I need and what I don't need and what I want to use and all that sort of thing. See over here I've got loads and loads of different types of the same ore, but when I set up a standard way of using the ore then I would only have one coming out of it. Over here I've got all my machines I got so far. I kind of thought that I needed to accumulate my machines before I knew where to put them and play around with them, and also I needed to have these going so I could then produce more materials for more goods. So I've got my industrial blast furnace, I've got electrolyzers, I've got induction furnaces, I've got MFUs, or MSFUs, whatever. MSFUs, yep, I've got two of them there, both fully charged. I've got a ton of advanced solar panels that I went and made. I have done a lot of work off camera, I will admit. I've got my MSFU coming down to my MVs, gearing it down properly, and going to my LVs over here, 4 of them, and powering these. So I've got my singularity compressor, industrial centrifuge, I've got 2 of these cool rotary macerators, chemical reactors. I'm also producing some scrap. I love these, look. That's great, you don't even need to upgrade it or anything. So I'm trying to work out what machines I would be using from what mods. Say like, if I have my things coming in to my filtering system, so it comes down these pipes, I want to filter off things like stone, cobblestone, and then they would go straight into these because they're fast, whereas other ones I would want to come through the macerators and that sort of thing. And pulverizers. Pulverizers are really good for the extra things like Iridium and stuff, but they are horrendously slow. So I'm trying to work out what ones are good for which ores and which ores should be going into which machines, and then which ones are worth it or not. And over here I've got a setup of a ton of energy cells also being charged up, and these engines are pumping into them. And I've got just a ton of lasers making a ton of things on my assembly table. So that's doing okay on its own, and that's just giving me parts as I carry on. I went and made a load of titanium, yep, 40 titanium or so. I've used up a load as well. Probably gonna make some quarries and really cool armor and stuff. I didn't want to make that until you were here. Phew. And now the exciting bit. So I've got lots of machines and things built up, and I've got my explosion compressor. I went and made a load of Iridium. We've got an explosion compressor over at the main base. Tons of machines left over. And yeah, I went ahead and made this, and here we go. There is my matter fabricator. Now, I believe I'm meant to be having this straight into one of these, which is risky, so I'm going to... I know you can put it straight into one of them. I'm going to get a cable. Oh, there's one. And then just put it into this, because that should work, shouldn't it? Oh, it's working. Okay, so I've got to put scrap into it. I've not used one of these before, so I've got a little bit of scrap here. I'm assuming I need a huge amount of scrap. Oh, it's going on its own, is it? Okay, that's cool. I know the scrap just makes it go faster. Is it actually building up percentage? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Well, I'll see, I guess. Does it do that? Oh, it's going up, and that's not going down. They're going down though. Yeah, sucking all the power out of my solar panels. It should be okay. I could always disconnect half of them from the rest of the setup so that it will only charge this. Oh, 3% already. Just coming from this MSFU. Yeah, I might do that. I might split them up. I don't want this one to get drained because I'm using a lot of it, and all these energy cells are also charging up, so I've got a lot of energy stored. I know we use a lot of these around the base, so I thought I'd just charge them up at the same time. And ooh, what else? I've come up to a sort of design of this. I want to build another layer of this, so to make it in sort of a bowl shape, as the moment it's just a block, I will build probably a 5 high ring around the edge, and then maybe another one underneath that, so I get kind of an expansion bit. I want this whole top bit to be a dome, with like a sort of a sci-fi spaceship airlock opening type thing here, just like a curved inside that you can just go inside and have all the lights and things at the top. I need to work out where to put these solar panels properly. I might just put them in a ring around the middle. I want this to look good. And how is this doing anyway? 6% already. That's doing quite well, isn't it? I might make some more scrap. Scrap's really easy to make. You just throw some junk in, and I've just been throwing in cobble. And because I've got tons of that, look, over 100,000 there. So I don't need cobble at all. And I'm also using these induction furnaces to make me some really quick, some really quick smooth stone, which is really nice, so that I can finish doing this. But I've set up most of the machines so far, I think, out of the industrial craft stuff, and I will be using this UU matter to make some better panels, which shouldn't take that long actually. So yeah, I thought to give you an update at the moment. I've also been setting up the faithful plates. They are pretty cool. And I think I'll get back to you once I've done some more progress. I'm just aiming to make more machines, collect more materials. And if you just look in here, I've got tons of advanced alloy, I've got tons of materials. So it's just really using it. So yeah, I will be back once I've done some more progress. So see you in a bit. Okay, so a bit of progress now. I've got enough things for 4 quarries. Yep, 4. So I'm going to go ahead and just make 4 of these, and I can set them off. Ooh, you can even stack them. Very nice. So I've never made a quarry before, never used one. Now I'm going to have 4. So I'm going to link these up with some solar panels, I think, and just set them in the ocean somewhere. Over there I've got this massive ocean that I can just mine out without any consequence. So I think I will set them up down there sometime and attach some of these energy cells to them, or just put some solar panels, probably just put some solar panels next to them. I don't think you need to do anything else. Solar panel goes to one of these, which goes to electric engine, which goes to quarry, is my understanding. So we'll set 4 of them up probably in a little square shape with an chest on it. And I've also got a load of stone now for my filler, and as a load of these energy cells are finished, I'm going to throw them straight onto the filler and power it directly. I think you can do that. So then I'm going to put this on the next level of here. So I think I'm going to get back to you once I've done the next tier of this area, because I want this to go in a sort of sloping dome up and down, not just straight up. And before we do, and get on this, we've got our first UU matter, and this MFSU is using up all of these, and surprisingly actually, this one over here is still staying pretty much maximum. It's not going down, apart from the night time a little bit. So this one's drawing power from these ones and not from all these, so everything else is still being powered fully, which is really cool actually. And that's just going to keep going, producing circuits. So back with you once I've done the little layer, and then I can start looking at doing some sorting, because as you can see I'm getting quite high up on my levels of certain things like cobble, and if they start to overflow they'll go into these, and these chests will not last very long with cobble being filled up. So if we look at starting looking at anyway the filters, and see some stuff going down there, and start to get rid of or do things with things that are coming in. And also, I don't know if I showed you, don't think I did, I've set up some coke ovens, and I was using these before. These coke ovens produce their charcoal, the grey one, That gets sucked into the blast furnace, and the blast furnace produces the steel. And then from these two coke ovens, you then get the energy going through to a semi-fluid generator, and that generates more power. I was using that to begin with, but these solar panels are just so OP, and hopefully I can get some more Iridium and upgrade some soon once I've got some UU matter. But that's going to keep going, and like I said, I'm going to do the outside saucer, and then I'll be back with you. I thought I'd just show you this. I've got an energy cell next to my filler, and it uses up energy when it's not being... oh, okay. This is amazing though, look. Wow! It's run out of stone again. I was going to pump it back in, but that just uses up too much stone so quickly. Wow, I just can't get it in there fast enough. So that's a bit annoying. I'm going to have to clear my vent and just dump tons of it in and just keep going back and forth. Wow. Well, this shouldn't take very long, so I'll be back with you when it's done. Okay, so it's been another while now, and I've got some quarries going just behind the base. The surrounding is up. Eventually I'll make it so that this is pretty much smooth curve, not a right angle diagonal, but a sort of a smooth incline, so it'll look much better in the future. These quarries are going like crazy, and I know Ether is playing around with the having fast ones, but I'm putting 2 of these on at once, and they are going incredibly fast. So I think that's probably going to be a limit, and these are just using up power like anything. So yeah, that's good fun. I'm going to attach solar panels to these and do it more efficiently afterwards, but for the moment I was just testing out my energy cubes, because I'm not going to use them for much else, to be honest. They're just really nice for powering things like that and the filler. I did all the outside with the filler, and it took seconds basically. What have we got here? We are going for a third UU matter. I really want to upgrade some of these solar panels to the better ones, then I can shove them on the quarry. And this is still going. Sorting system's still the same, but I've got some more additions. So I've been looking at new updates, and it looks like the sword, I seem to have lost my sword, my saber, and now they're incredibly expensive to make, which really annoys me. You need Iridium for them and things, which is just like, ah. This is the industrial grinder. This is an amazing thing. All you have to do is add water, and it basically gives you the maximum output for any of your ores. So when you put in, what does he put in? Normally if you put in the bauxite, bauxite ore, you have a chance of getting aluminium with it. With this, it's 100% guaranteed. So that's what this does, and you have to keep feeding it water in here. They're just with little water cells, and it gives you the cells back. So it takes a little bit of time. You could probably automate it, and you can fit 4 of these on one cube, but they have to be this formation. It's got a water block in the inside, so you can fit 4 on these on it, and fit up automatic water coolers for it, and do that, and that'd be incredibly efficient. This is still doing electrolyzing, so this is giving me aluminium. I've got so much aluminium it's not even funny. Over here I've got a couple of stacks in that still, but I've got 21 stacks or so. Yeah, I've got more than that. God, so I've got a lot of aluminium. And when I first looked at the recipes for aluminium, I was just like, I don't really want to be using the aluminium. It must be a rare thing, so I started using the other stuff. But no, it's pretty common. And you've got more here. I had to make standard machine casings because that doesn't take the advanced ones in the other slots. It has to be in that formation, nothing else, which did throw me off a bit. But I've still got to make my casings for my exploder one, wherever that is. My industrial exploder. Oh, there it is. Yeah, implosion compressor. Good enough. And up here, this is just throwing things into the recycler. So that's just doing it pretty lazily. I could build more of them and such, but nah. I'm just gonna do this. It's easier for me, and that'll eventually do it. Things there with the server, it's brilliant because the server's on all the time, and this will just keep going. If I dump enough scrap in, it will just keep going, which is awesome. Same way as these quarries. If I just put solar power on them, doesn't matter how slow they go, as long as they go. Look at this. This is hilarious. Ooh, diamonds in that. See, this got placed down about 4 minutes ago, 3 minutes ago, and yeah, it's already down dime level. And this other one had about a minute after that. If you look in here, you see how fast they go. I don't think I showed you this over here. On my extraction method, I changed it from the other one. Before I was using pipes and pumps and engines and things. This is just a filter. Pulls it through the relay, and I've got a clock here which is just basically on the 0.2 seconds, so that will go 5 times a second and pull it out. And what happens to the filter? An amazing thing is it pulls out stacks, not actual single items. So when it gets past one of these, it'll pull out a stack, and these are just stacks because they're putting them in instantly and it's trying to pull them out instantly. But yeah, it's pretty nice, and at this speed it's still keeping up with 2. I haven't removed anything from this, and you can probably keep up with 4 just about at that speed, but the amount of energy I'm putting into that, you wouldn't want to do it. I'm only using it because some of these cells were full, and I can't really see me using the cells for much other things, and especially as I can charge it up overnight, these cells, so no, while they're there I might as well use them. This MFSU is still going pretty well. I had to restart it though. Oh, it's down again. It's night time. Bad thing about having solar panels in night time. Order of another thing though. This is a bit bitty, but there we are. Up here, these are gas turbines, and I've been using the outputs from my electrolyzing and my centrifuging, and using that energy. Basically, it just gives you more energy from that, more helium in there. This been using my hydrogen and just giving you energy from that. I think it gives about 30,000 EU per canister, and they're pretty common from what I've been doing. I had like 10 stacks of them, so I thought might as well make some and do it. They actually used the wind turbines, 2 of them to make them, and some other bits. So they're not cheap, but they work pretty well. Just waiting for this so I can get my advanced solar panels. No, my solar panels. My better ones. My hybrid, that's what I want. And I've got the Iridium plates for one of them. And I need the enriched uranium. And from that you have to have your uranium, which I do have, and your sonarium. Sonarium you have to have UU matter. So I need 6 to make one of these. And then from that one I can make my one of them, basically. Yep. So 6 of these equals 1 hybrid, and I don't think I have enough for more hybrids. I have 1 plate. Oh, I've got enough to make 3 more plates, so 4 plates, and I think I've got 4 plates total at the moment. Yeah, 4 plates total, so I could probably make 2 hybrids. So 2 hybrids doing 2 quarries could work. But I've got these 2 other quarries as well, which I might just fit up to the solar panels as well, just so they can keep going. I know you can build much bigger. I was doing a little test down there, but they're working very well. So I think I'm going to leave it another little span of time. I really want to progress with this, and I was looking at the changes in Soul Stealer for the shards, and it seems you have to make these swords now, and you have to enchant, well, you can enchant them. So I'm going to do some grinding experience probably. Other than that, we should be doing some wither skeletons, but the spawners that are now in the nether, the skeleton ones, no longer spawn wither skeletons, so let's see. I do have some skulls here, which seems to have turned out very well for us. Yeah, there's some skulls. So we can definitely get some more beacons. I'd love to have some beacons in here actually. I don't know where I'd put them though. In the floor, probably in the floor, but I don't really want to mess up my sorting systems. In the ceilings, the other option, I might do a central ceiling one. I was trying to think of a way of planning this, so I wanted the reinforced glass, it looks nice, along with these bricks, basalt bricks. This will be covered up, and then the roof of this will go up in a little dome, and I'd have a central point. Thinking I'd put the solar panels there, but I don't really want the wiring to go down the middle. So I'll think about that, and I'll leave a little bit more, and I'll get back to you. So, see you in a bit. Excellent. Time to make our first hybrid solar panel. And I've been waiting for quite a while. I've got 10 UU matter. So I'm going to make my first thing out of UU matter ever. Don't want that one. I want to do this, I believe. Yep, one serenium. Then we have to enrich serenium, that should be. Yep. 2 iridium plates, 2 carbon, 2 advanced circuits, advanced solar panel, and what am I missing? Lapis block. Darn, let me get a lapis block. Not much has happened. I've been doing some mining with the quarries and setting them up with solar power. They're a bit slow on solar power, but they're manageable, especially AFK wise. Let's get this one done then. Rich uranium, advanced solar panel, iridium, carbon, and circuits. Oh yeah, hybrid solar panel. Number 1. So I'm playing around over here. Actually, there was a bit of a disaster. One of my quarries exploded, or it vanished basically. I don't know why. It didn't pop off or anything. It just ceased to exist after it made a structure. So I don't know what happened there. But these ones are still going. Got 3 left. Can make more. They're not too expensive. And I have forgotten to put a end chest on that one. There we are. So the moment that's going... Oh, it's even got spare energy for 1. I've been adding on different engines for them so they can keep going faster. Seems to be working out okay. I did make a whole load more electric engines. I need to do the circuit boards and things to make these more powerful. And there's some reason why I couldn't do that yet. And I will get that done, I think, before the end. And I'm going to get 2 blocks under them. Hopefully it'll speed up. Okay, let's turn hover mode on. There we are. And let's just see. Just want to get rid of that. Well, I'll do that in a bit. So I'll be back with you when I've done some more progress. Okay, and we whisk into the future. So it's been quite a while since the last clips. I've been doing lots of resource gathering, building solar panels, playing around with all sorts of things. I've got a massive quarry down here going. Not the maximum, but it's pretty big. And I will set these up in random places. I'll probably make a portal somewhere and just destroy a whole landscape with quarries. I think that'd be nicer. At the moment I'm just clearing out some area here. And then I'm going to fill up the top layer of the land so the water doesn't go down. I think that'll be the easiest way of doing it. I've got to fill up all the land down there as well, all the tops. Just make it look good and we can start building big structures on it. But it's been quite a while, like I said, and I've got 20 UU matter now. And I'm now going into the Iridium phase, so I'm really going for it now. If you have ferrous ore, 1 ore goes to 1 tiny piece of platinum dust, as well as the rest of it. Platinum dust is what we're interested in. So I've been grinding that up and getting some platinum to begin with. From this platinum we can make a dust. Now the fun stuff comes in. So we can make more platinum. If we put some cobble in here, we get some sand. Very nice and quick. From that, we can then add ores into an induction smelter, like so. You get 20% chance of turning a rich slag out each time, so we'll wait for one of them to come through. There you are, happen quickly. And then from that, we put rich slag back in, we put platinum dust in, and then with this, as you'll see on here, there you are, rich slag plus 2 platinum comes to 3 shiny ingots. And so we've got some shiny ingots there. You put these shiny ingots back into the macerator. I've got a whole load of these. And then you get platinum dust back. Now, do you see a pattern there? I think there's a pattern there. I kind of like this. So then I can put some platinum dust back in here and get more platinum dust. I use up the rich slag, but I get more platinum dust. And then from this platinum dust, if we look on here, 8 platinum dust goes to 1 iridium. So every 8 of these goes to 1 iridium. So basically every rich slag is 1 platinum, every 8 rich slag is 1 iridium. And I've got quite a lot of ores. About 3,000 iron there. Now you get rich slag 20% of the time. Yeah, that's like 600 rich slag there. So like 600, yeah, like 600 rich slag. Divide that by 8, about 75 iridium. What else have I got here? I've got a whole load of nice ores here. Look, got another 600 lead. That's another 10 iridium. I've got another 1,000 odd there. I've got a ton of things here. And with my mine still going, I need to collect this up. Now what I want to do for next time, and before I say this actually, I actually do have a carpenter here and it's making some circuit boards. So I will be using them soon and probably put it back in here to make these go quicker. So that brings me to what I'm going to be doing next time. Now that I can make a ton of iridium, I don't know how long it'll stay in this version. We are on version 7. I don't know if it's meant to be in there or not. But anyway, while I can, I want to make a iridium factory. I want to automate it all, so cobble will come in. At the moment it's just being burnt. I've got cobble and dirt just going straight into a lava pit. But I do have quite a lot of cobble over here, as you'll see. Yeah, over 100,000. So I wouldn't be short on sand if I want to automate this so that cobble goes into these. From these you get sand. Sand will then go into some of these and make the rich slag with my ores that I come in from my processing, and also the ores from there. Then I can automate it all the way around so that they will go back in and create even more platinum dust. The platinum dust will turn into shiny ingots will come to these, and so on in a big circle. So as it mines, it will just create tons and tons and tons of platinum dust, and then that, when I get loads of it, I can put that into the centrifuge and get my iridium. So that's what I'm planning for next time, and I'm going to start the prep between episodes and really sort out this area, because at the moment it is a bit of a mess, but it's been practical, and I've been working out which machines are the best so that I can finalize things. So that's what I'm going to do next time. And sorry about the choppy episode. I really are going to try and build things now once I get my iridium, because then we can progress onto all the high level stuff. I don't want to be building stuff and then replacing it all the time like you would in a Let's Play. And on that note, I do want to do a single player Let's Play / Learning Feed the Beast series. On demand though, I would have mentioned it in the description of the last episode. If you want me to do it, I will do it. If people don't want me to do it, then I won't do it. And basically what I want to do is just do a Let's Play kind of style, but instead of doing all this walking around and talking stuff, I would just be doing it in a fixed fashion. So I'll be planning things, and if you instructed me on what to do in the episode or gave me aims and objectives, then I could carry them out and do them in sort of a Let's Play in sort of a tutorial fashion. So tell you about the things, how to make them, how to do them, and cut out all the jibber jabber in between. I think that'd be really nice for people, and then once it gets a bit advanced, then it can turn into its own Let's Play. But anyway, that's just my idea, and that would only keep going for as long as you wanted to. I'm not going to pressurise myself for that. But I think we're going to end it there. And from the Technical Beast server, I say goodbye. Thank you for watching, and if you do enjoy this and the effort I'm putting into progress, then a like is always generous. But other than that, I'll see you next time, guys.